Today, we're going to dive into something, well, something truly elemental. We're not just looking at a simple hunt for a creature. No, we are breaking down a primal conflict, a real test of will, of strategy, and ultimately survival, all fought on ancient terms. A primal struggle. These three words really capture the entire essence of what we're talking about. This is so much more than just a mission with a goal. It's an elemental contest, right? A clash between two powerful forces in an arena where the rules are as old as time itself. So every high-stakes encounter like this, it always begins with understanding two critical things: the nature of your adversary and the reality of the arena you're in. And in this case, believe me, both are absolutely formidable forces to reckon with. Now, when the source material talks about the ancient dragon, let's be clear, it's referring to a crocodile. But that choice of words is so deliberate. This isn't just an animal. It's framed as a living symbol of the wild, a primal force of nature, driven by pure, raw instinct, and just embodying this ancient, untamable power. And this is where that power reigns supreme: the deep sludge. You see, the source describes this environment as more than just a place. The term deep sludge, it suggests a terrain that is itself an adversary. It's a murky, treacherous landscape that conceals, that slows you down, and gives every single advantage to its native kin. So, how on earth do you confront an ancient power in an arena that is actively working against you? Well, you don't fight the environment. You adopt its philosophy. You have to literally change your very nature to match it. And this just illustrates the core strategy brilliantly. It's this two-step process of complete and total immersion. First, you become the mud. That's the physical act, right? Blending in, erasing your shape, your scent. But that second step, one with the green, that goes way deeper. It's a mental shift, becoming so still, so patient, that you're no longer an intruder. You're just another part of the living landscape. This quote, man, it really gets to the heart of the whole thing. See, hiding is temporary. It's an act of concealment. But disappearing, that's a state of being. It's this profound act of self-effacement, of surrendering all your modern impatience and becoming a creature of pure observation and patience. So here's the crucial question, isn't it? You've become invisible, you're part of the mud, you're an extension of the green. It's a totally passive state. So how does that stillness, that absolute mind-numbing patience, transform into a decisive, overwhelming power? It's because that patience isn't empty. It's a coiled spring. It's this massive accumulation of stored energy, of observation and focus, all of it just waiting for that single perfect moment to be unleashed in one decisive strike. And there it is. Strike with the fury of the storm. A storm doesn't negotiate, does it? It doesn't hesitate. It just arrives with overwhelming, absolute force. This is the culmination of all that waiting, all that patience, transformed into a literal explosion of action, a single, all-in moment of calculated violence. So, after the storm passes and the action is all done, we can finally step back and see this whole confrontation for what it really was. We come back to that core idea, the true nature of this primal struggle. This just lays out the fundamental conflict perfectly. On one side, you have the hunter, who's armed with strategy, extreme patience, and that concentrated fury. And on the other side, you've got the dragon, the crocodile, a creature of pure instinct, raw power, and an ancient, timeless design. This is a clash between a calculated, focused will and the raw, untamed force of nature. And this all brings us to one last really provocative thought. In a battle of wills this elemental, where the hunter has to literally become the mud just to succeed, what is truly being hunted here? Is it just the creature? Or is it maybe a part of the hunter's own self, a limit, a weakness, or perhaps that modern disconnect from the primal world that has to be overcome to win?